Dino Charge, episode 11! I turned into the camera before and I thought, that would be awesome. Maybe I'll do a few like that if I remember. Either way, let's get on with the review. Okay, so this is episode 11 of Power Rangers Dino Charge, and this is Breakout, and this is when we meet everyone of a new Ranger. Everyone of a new Ranger, we meet the new Ranger. But we're going to begin at the beginning. At the beginning of the beginning, that's what I'm going to start. At the beginning. On Sledge's ship, and he's like, oh, damn it, you know, you're Megazord. If you've not got a proper Megazord, then you're useless to me. Get back down to Earth. And he throws him down. He's like, yeah, back to Earth. Apparently the Sledge really doesn't like Fury and definitely wants a Megazord. We're at the museum and Kendall is giving this speech and a flashback happens, which we've seen probably I think maybe twice or once before. I'm thinking it once, and it's literally going through what happened the night of Xandar, and Xandar is going protecting the prince against a monster, and they're fighting, and then the Ranger's like, oh yeah, you know, I think this is being cool, we can lock this Energem away. Straight after, suddenly the British invasion happens, and boom, there we go. We've got literally all these like people in suits raiding the museum, and Kendall's like, whoa, what are you doing? I'm the director of this museum, what's going on? And, you know, literally you've got Prince Philip turns around and says, well, this is all part of my thing, you know, this is about Xandar, so we're gonna have it, and apparently he's English. He literally take all the stuff, and the prince is a royal douchebag. He is literally going like, you know, you guys, how dare you touch this? How dare you, a commoner, touch a prince's thing? Oh! Pretty much. One thing I liked is that he references, he pulls up this magazine and goes, well, you know, we've had some people that are kind of faking this, and then just literally you see the whole kind of episode, a little bit of clip of when it's Shelby and Tyler walking down. Prince Philip and his friends and cohorts, his bodyguards, whatever they are, they leave and they drive off with all the treasure, and guess what happens? Fury and Poisonita and her friends all basically stop the cars, and then they start attacking. And out of nowhere the Rangers come straight away and they start fighting the bad guys, because previously they'd seen, or Koda had seen, like the minion people, they kind of like ran off or something like that. So they saw this and they were like, yeah, you know, we're gonna fight them. At that point Fury is like having a go at Koda, and he's kind of maybe like demoralizing him to some degree. And then just straight off the bat, you know, Koda takes the prince away, and the prince is like, you saved me, you know, well, why? You know, I was such a royal douche to you. Why are you saving me? And Koda just replies with like, everyone has good inside them, even you royal douche, which I kind of thought was quite nice, because everyone does have good inside them. With this royal pep talk, Philip's like, oh, okay, I can understand. And suddenly this boulder comes out of nowhere, which knocks Koda back, and the prince falls over after Koda's pushed him, and they drop the gold Energem. At this point, Fury picks up the Energem, and the other Rangers start coming blasting with their guns, and then bam, straight away it's just like he runs off, he cheeses it out of there, which, you know, you would do after Fury's like, I've got ultimate power over everything, or something like that. So they suddenly get a phone call from Kendall, and she says, look guys, you know, or Tyler, you come back to the base, I've got something for you that will help with the gold Energem and the Terrorzord that's going to be attacking. And literally the Rangers run off towards where Fury is. So Tyler runs off back to the base, and then the Prince Philip, I think he kind of follows in a way, he's like kind of sneakily doing it. Then we switch to Poisonita and her friends, I can't remember their names, so Poisonita and co literally just pretty much like looking for the Energem, and Fury's like, no, you're not going to find it because I have it, and they're like, whoa, you know, we can now take it to Sledge, Sledge will be happy, I can get married to Sledge and it'll be awesome, and that's pretty much it. The Rangers appear out of nowhere and they morph. Prince Philip, who's quite high up, he's watching like, oh my god, they're Power Rangers. Then the Fury summons the Terrorzord, and out of nowhere comes Tyler and Rex, and he's like, do, and suddenly, whoa, they use this new Brachiosaurus thing, they put the charger in, his neck extends, grabs it and holds down the Terrorzord because it's giving him more power, which is quite cool. Very weird looking at the Megazord, but still, there it was straight away, which wasn't too bad. So we have more fighting of the Rangers. They are literally just beating the bad guys, and at this point Shelby turns around to Riley and goes, hey, guess what, you know, if I give you the drill, you use that, they won't expect it coming from you. Riley's like, okay, cool. And he starts doing all these moves, and then he digs underground. It's like, Riley, use dig! It was super effective because he beat the bad guy straight away. And they're like, whoa, didn't see that happening. Then more fighting happens, and you have pretty much Koda,
Chase and Riley, and they all team up and say, well, if we put our weapons together, bam, that is gonna do it, son. So they basically put it together and they make this like sort of like the triple spike, and then they literally like blow away all the bad guys. With Tyler, he's fighting Fury. He's using moves and Fury's using his like ultimate attacks, and it's not even affecting Tyler. He's like, yeah, you know, Tyrannus grip or chomp or something. At this point, Fury is like, about to attack this thing that's been inside of him, which we've seen I think since pretty much episode 1 or episode 2 or something like that, maybe episode 3. This gold thing bursting out of him, and Tyler stops. Tyler's like, oh my god, could that be? And then this whole massive energy shockwave like hits them, and they literally go flying and they demorph, and they see this kind of figure just on the ground, and Tyler goes, oh my god, it could be my dad, it could be my dad. He runs over, picks him up, and the expression on his face was, oh, what the fudge, because it's actually not Tyler's dad, it's the Gold Ranger, or the new guy, which is the Gold Ranger. We know it is. The Gold Energy has reacted with Fury and it summoned him. And he's like, oh, well, what the hell am I doing? And he's kind of like disorientated to some degree. He reveals his name is Sir Ivan, I think, and he basically uses the Energem to morph, and he becomes the Gold Ranger. Now, this is the first time I think we've seen a British Ranger. It's not like normal British, it's more like, dear sir, I am going to defeat you in your ways. I am Sir Ivan, the Gold Ranger. 'Tis morphing time. And to be honest, I want him to shout out it's morphing time, because I just want him to say, tis morphing time, because awesome, I like it. I really like that he's a British knight. Just on the case side, there is no Xandar in Britain that I know of. Not unless it's a small village somewhere hidden away of like 3 people. There is no Xandar. But so with this, Ivan literally just go, you know, he's about to fight the Rangers, go, let's help you. Like, no, stand back, I have to finish this quest. This quest is mine. I think that's how he does it. And literally he just goes around and beats all the bad guys completely and utterly, and literally summons this amazing cool sword, and when he attacks Poison Eater, her friend, and this kind of like robot, whatever his name is, literally just hits them, and you see the kind of the skeletons. It's like, whoa, like a comical thing, and he just beats them all quite easily, and then the bad guys just disappear. Sledge sees that Fury has messed up, and he's like, how dare Fury let my Poison Eater be attacked? So he literally fires the growing beam thing that shoots down, and then kind of the grunt monster, which is, we know it would have a bigger name. Just didn't get one in this episode, but he grows and he's about to attack the Rangers, and they're like, oh my god, and Ivan goes like, no, I shall defeat this person straight away, and they're like, oh, but the Pterosaur's evil. He's like, not for much longer, it's not. Tally-ho! And literally goes aboard the Pterosaur, turns it good, and beats the bad guy straight away as an Megazord. And to be honest, it looks really cool, this whole night thing. And it's possibly, I might see if I can get the Japanese version of the Megazord. When Ivan has beaten everyone, you literally have, like, you know, Prince Philip walks up, and, you know, Ivan kneels straight away because the Rangers are really impressed with what Ivan's done. And, you know, he goes like, this is yours, no, not mine, which hands over the Energem. After a while, you know, the Rangers then just turn around and say, look, well, actually, you know, we've all got them. They're actually from, like, you know, they were given to the dinosaurs. And Philip goes, do you know what? You keep it. You know, and he's kind of like weirded out because like Ivan's kneeling, and Ivan knows, like, I know the line of the blood of the royal house of Xandar when I see it. And that's pretty much it. Philip goes, do what you want, pretty much. You know, you've proven your worth. And, you know, Ivan walks off, and you know, Shelby's like, I've got to stop you. And she has, I hope she doesn't get a crush on him, because I'll be like, oh, the Gold Ranger and the Red Ranger. He's walking off, and they'll be like, what do you mean? What, you know, wait. But then they realise that he's been trapped inside Fury's body for 800 years. So what's going to happen with that one? He wants freedom. I would be walking around going like, I'm not coming back for a while. I'll help you if I see a monster. I'm going to go walk around for a bit because damn, being in that body was, ugh. That's pretty much what I would do. And then the episode kind of ends on that note. Now, I really enjoyed this episode. At first, when you heard Ivan talking like old English that you'd kind of think of back in the day, it kind of got annoying at some point. But I'm guessing that as the series goes on, we're going to get kind of used to it, and his voice is going to get kind of toned down. But I do like the whole, like, the night thing. It's like, 'tis morphing time, and what was that? It's like, I'm going to vanquish all you demons out there. I don't think that, yeah, I'm just there thinking, that's not what Ivan says, but it's an English accent, or put on English accent, and it's quite cool. I just really like this episode. I knew it was going to be the Gold Range as soon as we saw the After Thing episode, when they're trying to charge the gold charger. So yeah, that's like, I kind of knew he was going to come along. I just love Tyler's face. He looks really annoyed and really pissed off that this is not happening. He's like, why is it not my dad? That's what I need. What? So there we go, Rangers. What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you think about Ivan? You know, everything. Let's have a conversation about this. And if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.